Good morning, Cullman, and thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Thursday, November 21st. Coming up on Cullman Today, we'll tell you about the Cullman Housing Authority celebrating its 75th anniversary, how the United Way's designer bag bingo raised a record-breaking amount, and updates from the Berlin Town Council meeting, including park developments and roadwork. All this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. Leading off our top stories, the Cullman Housing Authority marked its 75th anniversary on Wednesday at the Hilltop Community Center. Local, state, and national officials gathered to celebrate this milestone in providing safe and affordable housing. CHA Executive Director Markeisha Griffin welcomed guests and reflected on the organization's journey and future. Cullman Mayor Woody Jacobs presented a proclamation commemorating the event, thanking Griffin for her dedication since taking on the role. U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Regional Administrator Jennifer Riley Collins delivered the keynote address and praised Griffin's leadership and emphasized the importance of safe housing, sharing stories from her own life. Collins said, "Everybody needs a safe place to call home." Griffin concluded by highlighting CHA's achievements over the past 75 years and setting goals for the future. She said, "Together, we have the power to make the next 75 years even more impactful than the last." Established in 1949, the Cullman Housing Authority continues its mission to provide safe and decent housing for local residents. Meanwhile, Wallace State Community College has announced a $50,000 grant from the Gene House Foundation to fund scholarships for students in its machine tool technology program. Justin Burnett, Program Director of Machine Tool Technology at Wallace State, expressed gratitude for the support. He said, "Wallace State Machine Tool Technology appreciates the continued support from the Gene House Foundation. These funds will help support scholarships for current and incoming students in our Machine Tool Technology and CNC programs here at Wallace State." The Machine Tool Technology program offers both day and evening classes, preparing students for careers in a variety of industries. Burnett noted that many students secure jobs in the field even before graduating. The Gene House Foundation, established in 1999 by Gene House, founder and owner of House Automation Incorporated, supports manufacturing education in local communities through grants and scholarships. This grant will enhance Wallace State's efforts to educate and train skilled professionals, addressing the growing demand in the manufacturing sector. And to finish up our top stories, at Monday's meeting, the Berlin Town Council received updates on development plans for the park and farmers market around the town hall on U.S. Highway 278. Mayor Patrick Bates reported that everything is progressing as planned, with an upgrade to include downspout collection lines to all planned structures and requiring only an additional 90 feet of pipe. All drainage will flow to an on-site detention pond. Additionally, due to the cost and complexities of relocating the current farmers market structure, Mayor Bates recommended surplusing and selling the existing building to replace it with a new one. The council unanimously approved this proposal. The council also discussed pay rates for its members and the mayor. Currently, neither Mayor Bates nor any council members receive any pay beyond reimbursement for work-related expenses. While members seem content with the current arrangement, Mayor Bates noted that the town needs to have an ordinance in place before next year's elections. The council will consider the matter over the coming months. In other business, the council received a request from resident Bobby Hill to vacate an unnamed and unused road and right-of-way that, due to mislocated property lines, includes structures on his property. A public hearing on this request will be held at the council's next meeting. Also, Mayor Bates announced he had received a $75,000 bid to work on County Roads 1612 and 1614, which include repairs to washed-out areas. Work is expected to begin next week during the Thanksgiving school break and should take about 2 weeks to complete. The Berlin Town Council meets at 7 p.m. on the third Monday of each month at Berlin Town Hall. The public is invited to attend. That's it for today's top stories, but stay with us because after the break, we'll bring you the highlights from West Point's thrilling basketball victories over Hanceville. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, we're taking a closer look at West Point's varsity basketball matchups with Hanceville on Tuesday night. The Lady Warriors bounced back from a slow first half and outscored Hanceville 30-8 in the second half to earn a 59-35 win. In the boys' game, Maddox Chapman racked up 33 points to lead the Warriors past the Bulldogs 73-47. Before the start of the girls' game, Lady Warriors head coach John Wellborn was recognized for earning his 200th win at West Point, which was recorded in their victory at Holly Pond last Friday. With the win Tuesday night, Wellborn now has a career record of 201-104. In the girls' game, West Point led 29-25 at halftime, and the Warriors built some momentum early in the third quarter. 8 straight points from Jalen and Cameron Faulkner gave the Warriors a 37-25 lead early in the third quarter, and Lackland Shaddix laid one in to make it 39-25. Cameron Faulkner put 8 more points on the board before the end of the period, and West Point went into the final frame, leading Hanceville 47-28. 2 more baskets from Cameron and Jalen Faulkner put the Warriors in front 51-28 midway through the fourth quarter. 3-pointers by Kennedy Pagan and Jalen Faulkner stretched the lead to 57-31, and the game was out of reach. The Warriors cruised the rest of the way to collect a 59-35 win. Cameron Faulkner led West Point with 20 points in the win, followed closely by Jalen Faulkner with 19. Alex Twitty posted 13 points for Hanceville in the loss, and Elia Twitty finished with 11. In the boys' game, West Point created separation early in the third quarter after a tight first half. Maddox Chapman hit a pair of free throws, and Jackson Shelton laid one in to make it 34-22. Back-to-back buckets from Chapman stretched the lead to 14, and Cade Vincent buried a 3 to make it 41-26. Chapman scored the next 6 points for the Warriors to give them a 47-28 lead, but a 6-1 run from the Bulldogs trimmed the lead to 48-34 by the start of the fourth quarter. Baskets by Shelton and Chapman kept West Point in front 52-34 early in the fourth. Vincent drilled another 3 to make it 56-36, and Chapman continued to dominate the paint, scoring 6 of the next 9 points for the Warriors to make it a 65-42 game with just over 3 minutes to play. Franklin scored 6 points in the final 2 minutes to wrap up a 73-37 win for West Point. Chapman led all scorers with 33 points in the win. Shelton and Wellborn each scored 10, and Franklin finished with 8. Bentley led Hanceville with 14 points in the loss, and Twilley added 10. That wraps up sports for today, but stay tuned. After the break, we'll speed things up with 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The holiday season kicks off in spectacular style today with the grand opening of the Cullman Kindle Market at 11 a.m. Inspired by the traditional Christmas markets of Germany, this beloved event has become one of the premier holiday attractions in the Southeast. Last year, over 200,000 visitors from more than 40 states joined the festivities. And this year promises to be even bigger and better as the market has doubled in size and attractions. Highlights include the German Christmas pyramid lighting this evening at 6 p.m. and a Christmas tree lighting production tomorrow evening following the Christmas parade at 6. Attractions include the South's largest outdoor ice rink, the state's largest Ferris wheel, and over 60 vendors offering unique gifts, delicious foods, and one-of-a-kind holiday treasures. Live entertainment will be provided daily, including street performers, German bands, choirs, theater groups, dancers, and more. The market runs until December 23rd at Depot Park in downtown Cullman. For more information, visit CullmanChristKindleMarket.com. The United Way of Cullman County's popular annual event, Designer Bag Bingo, raised a record-breaking $40,000 on Thursday, November 7th. Attendees paid a $50 fee to play, with a wide variety of designer handbags donated by local businesses up for grabs. All funds raised will go to the nonprofit's general fund to support its 18 partner agencies, keeping the money in Cullman County to assist those in need. Marketing assistant Morgan Dingler shared, "We had a great turnout. We sold out of our seats and tables. We had over 600 attendees this year." Women United Board Chair Katie Brown announced the Designer Bag Bingo Table Host Awards. Steve Moore, former board member of United Way of Cullman County and employee at Walmart Distribution Center, won the award for collecting the most tips. Learn more about the United Way of Cullman County at uwaycc.org. Next up, Rickwood Cavern State Park's signature cave system transforms into an immersive winter wonderland as Wonderland Under Warrior returns for its 8th year. Starting Saturday, November 23rd and running through January 5th, 2025, visitors can embark on a self-guided tour through holiday-themed rooms filled with dancing lights, glacier ice caverns, elf villages, and festive characters. Santa Claus will be available for photos in the park's Nature Center from Friday, November 29th until December 23rd. The attraction is closed on holidays as well as most Mondays and Tuesdays. Reservations can be made online at reserve.allapark.com/rickwood-caverns or by calling 205-647-9692. And finally, meet the not-so-finicky Finnick, the Cullman Tribune's Pet of the Week. Finnick is a beautiful 2-year-old Shepherd and Husky mix in search of his forever home. With medium energy levels, he's an ideal companion for hiking, therapy, or just enjoying quality time together. Friendly and outgoing, Finnick loves being around people, especially his own person. While he's still polishing his leash skills, he's a patient and quiet fellow in the kennel, eager for new adventures. His adoption fee is $130, which includes neutering, DHLPP and Bordetella vaccines, rabies vaccine, deworming, a general vet exam, and microchipping. If you'd like to meet Finnick, visit the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. And if Finnick has already been adopted when you arrive, please consider one of its friends who are also looking for forever homes. For more information, contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448 or Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. That's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
What's in the magazine? October's peeking in. Oktoberfest in Cullman, let the fun begin. Heroes in our town, business all around. Recipes for sharing, joy everywhere found. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears. Community so bright, polka through the night. Sports spotlight today, kids come out to play. Fields and courts are buzzing in the autumn sway. Germans came to stay, crafts and brews on display. Cullman's heart is glowing in the polka way. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears. Community so bright, polka through the night.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Sandra Joyce Schultz, 85 of Cullman, passed away on Monday, November 18th. Funeral service for Ms. Schultz will be at 11 a.m. on Saturday, November 23rd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home, with burial at Welty Cemetery. Visitation will be from 6 until 8 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Charles Leon Mott, 80 of Hansville, passed away on Monday, November 18th. A graveside service for Mr. Mott will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 23rd at Hopewell Cemetery. Ellen Minton Hogan, 75 of Cullman, passed away on Tuesday, November 19th. Funeral service will be at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel on Saturday, November 23rd at noon. Visitation will be held Friday, November 22nd from 6 until 8 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon in the chapel. Burial will be at the cemetery. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, expect sunny skies with a high near 53. Tonight, we'll have mostly clear skies with a low of around 33. And tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine with a high near 51. Moving into tomorrow night, widespread frost is likely after 5 a.m. Otherwise, it'll be mostly clear with a low of around 32. And that wraps up another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest updates and stories. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. But until then, I'm Dustin Isom wishing you a great day, Cullman.